I got some new toys. Yeah, so this channel is slowly turning into a headphone review channel, but actually I don't mind it. As I said in the last video, I love headphones. And so, I try to experience as much as I can, and today we have one of the contenders for the best headphone of all time, according to reviews I read online and I've seen of people talking about these, the Sennheiser HD560S. But we're taking a look at these in a second. Now, what is this? These, as you can tell, are headphone amplifiers. These take a lot of power. These have 120 ohm, which is not that much in the headphone world. Like, there are headphones with 300 ohm, like the HD600, or with even 1000 ohm or more. I think it only goes up. And you need one of those if you want to hear music come out of headphones that are very high impedance. Well, why did I buy two of them? Well, there are very different reasons and very specific reasons, which I will detail in another video. I'm making a video of these two as well, so I can show you these. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that I'm going to use these headphones with these amplifiers, just so I have a base, or just so you have a base of what I'm listening to. Yeah, the FIO BTR3K is, by the way, the little brother or the little sibling of the BTR5, which is the more renowned model with a couple of more features, and it costs a bit more, like twice as much actually. But this should do its job. It has output of 150 ohm, which should be suffice. And these also have 150 ohm output. Also, these kinds of amplifiers float around on Amazon for like barely anything. Like, I've seen one for 20 euros. This one was a bit more expensive at 26, but it had better reviews, and so I thought, yeah, let's spend €6 more. Maybe it is actually better. Let's take a look at these. As always, I bought them off of Thomann. It was delivered today, on Tuesday. I'm filming this video while I'm on break for a week, and while the other video that is supposed to come out today is not even finished yet, so I have to cut it and render it and upload it. So yeah, wish me luck. So as always, Sennheiser products have a very clean outer box, like it's just HD560S, the Sennheiser font and the logo, and here you can see reference grade headphones for analytical listening sessions. So yeah, these are in the same kind of ballpark as the Superlux HD681, but supposedly better. You get a 2-year warranty, which is good. And here are the specs. So frequency response 12 Hz to 38 kilohertz, or 38,000 Hz. I'm pretty sure on Thomann it lists as 8 Hz to 38,000, but maybe I'm getting it wrong. I'm just gonna say that the unboxing experience will be a bit better than on the Superluxes, but that's just a guess. Okay, not bad. Oh, it lifts up. That's a cool touch, but why are these wrapped in plastic still? Sennheiser, come on, it's 2022. Okay, that's literally everything. There's a manual, but why you need a manual for headphones? You put them on and listen. So here's the cable. The cable is actually detachable, which is very nice. So if the cable has any problems, you can just replace it with a 2.5 to like this is a 6.35, a big jack, but you also get an adapter to a little jack. I've never seen an adapter from big to little jack, but yeah, that exists. I've only ever seen these clip-on ones for the small one. I mean this. Yeah, these are very common. Okay, so here they are. I like this design. I think that is very pretty. It's not in focus. That's a very pretty design. Don't know why this is like embossed here, but I like that it wraps around on the back. That's a cool design feature, and it's also velour padding. These are the first headphones that I have that are velour padded, and it feels very nice. It feels very comfortable. One complaint that I've heard about these, which is ushered the most, is that the clamping force is supposedly very tight, especially on big heads, which may be a concern for me because I have a very big head. Cable feels solid. It's very springy. Like, it doesn't have a lot of weight to it, so it springs around, and it's also very rubbery, so it like bounces off. So next step is I will listen to these for like a week or so to really get a feel of these and to see if the clamping force ever gets better, if it is too hard. And so I'll see you in a bit with my sound review of these headphones. So, whoa, new setup. Yeah, I know. More about that in a future video, but let's talk about these headphones. It's been about 2 weeks since I got them here, and I've had extensive periods of time listening to it, and I have now finally gotten the courage and the right words to describe my feelings about it in this video. So first, let's talk about build quality. It's not outstanding, but it is solid. Like, you know the feeling when plastic is hollow? These headphones feel like the exact opposite. This feels sturdy, this feels dense. It's not gonna break, like maybe it is gonna break if you don't handle it with care here on the hinges. But overall, very good build. I don't have any complaints about that. Second of all, comfort. So, I wear glasses usually. Not in my videos, but usually I wear glasses. And with glasses, these feel horrible. Like, actually, they're unbearable. If I take my glasses off, oh my god. That's a whole different story. They feel very comfortable. They feel like getting a gentle head massage. You are going to notice the clamping force, but after a few weeks of use, like after just 2 weeks, I can already feel that they have loosened up a bit and that it is more comfortable when wearing them for multiple hours at a time. And I'm extremely sorry, but we have to talk about this cable and how bad it is for a 160 euro headphone, a $200 MSRP headphone. Let's start with the good bits. This adapter is very nice. This adapter feels substantial. It's very nice that they include an adapter, and I just like that it is a dongle. I know we are all getting used to dongles nowadays, and so I think that's the best solution. I'm currently testing other headphones, and they have this kind of adapter, and I'm not a big fan of this because it just makes the part where you plug in your cable very long and very chunky. That's not really an issue here. You know, that part of course is very big, but where you plug it in is not. But the biggest issue with this cable, you can see it. First of all, it's very long. This is my setup here. I think you can actually see my amp right here with the wide angle lens. This is my amp, so the cable does not have to be 2.5 meters long, like this is 2.5 meters or 3 meters long, which is just excessive. So I'm not a big fan of long cables. If you need a long cable, maybe, okay, that's acceptable. But this cable is just overall not good. I've criticized that about the Superluxes as well, but Superlux is a tiny company and they produce headphones for cheap. Sennheiser is a multi-million, probably billion company, and they still manage to make cables that are not good. And I take an issue with that because most likely people that buy headphones like this, which are not high-end, they're meant for entry-level audiophiles, entry-level consumers, they're not gonna change the cable for something more expensive by a third-party company. They're gonna use the cable that came in the box. And if you just give them an abysmal cable, then they think that the headphones are not good. And I actually use them with a different cable now because of that. I'm not gonna say which cable because that is going to be explained in either the next or the video that comes after the next video. But I'm not using them with the stock cable. Now let's get to sound. I'm not gonna lie, when I first got them I was disappointed. Because, you know, this whole YouTube channel is just a journey of me trying to learning about different things. And I have learned a lot about audio in just the last couple of videos and just the last couple of weeks. And I misunderstood bass for pretty much my entire life until I got these headphones. These headphones are incredibly flat. Some people say that they are a bit harsh. I don't think that they're harsh at all. They're a pretty relaxing pair of headphones you can easily listen to, and you still get tons and tons of detail. That being said, I don't know how well these headphones sound on a tube. I don't have a tube, and tubes are generally not the way that people that care about the unfiltered sound use them. Tubes filter the sound. If you use them with tubes, usually the sound gets warmer, and the bass is a bit more extended and a bit more noticeable, and the treble usually falls off a bit, or it stays about the same, but the bass is enhanced. But even without tubes, these sound great. The thing that I misunderstood about bass is that I always thought that you should hear sub bass and that it should rumble, which is not the case. Sub bass is something that you should feel, and with these headphones you can feel it, and it's not overblown at all. You can feel it and it sounds good, and you know that there is something there. There's still a good body, even though with those being neutral headphones, there's still a good body, a good warm body of sound. It's not overly bright, it's not overly neutral. It is a very good headphone for neutral listening, but it's not too much. It doesn't have no bass like the AKG K712s from the graph that I've seen. They have no bass, as well as the HD600s, which also have a lot less bass than these. Here's the graph, for example. As you can see, the 600s fall off very early, and the 560s stay on track until like 30 Hz or 40 Hz, which means that these have better bass extension. They also have better detail and better soundstage and better imaging, which for me kind of eliminates the HD600s as reference headphones. Because if you were to reference everything from the HD600s, which are 25 years old this year, then that doesn't make sense. If these are the best headphones in soundstage and imaging and bass extension and overall frequency response, then why not use these as reference headphones? Is it because the 600s are such a legacy item? I don't know. And I don't want to answer that question. I'm just asking a question to all reviewers out there. If these are really that flat as people say they are, and as they really are, like they are flat and they have a lot of detail and have a better soundstage, because the HD600s are more intimate, they're more here, they're not wide, they're more like here, a bit around your head. These sound wide. Like there have been instances where I've been listening to music and I was just like, whoa, how did they do that? That's probably also due to the fact that these are open backs. I think every Sennheiser headphone meant for audiophiles and critical listening and such is open, so that makes sense, yeah. But yeah, the soundstage is amazing, and also the sound in general is amazing. I don't have any bad things to say about it. But I want to touch on something that I've seen a lot of complaints about, which is the 5K peak, or I think it's a 4.5K peak with these headphones. Now, I have sensitive ears. I've had sensitive ears since I was born, and so S sounds and harsh, just sibilant things, they easily make me physically cringe. Like I get a bit of whiplash from these sounds and I react to them. But I did not. I had one instance where I could not listen to songs in my usual listening volume, which is Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory album. That album is very sibilant, especially Mike Shinoda's parts, and I've had issues with these. But I also, going back, I've also listened to other headphones while I've been reviewing these, and I also have the same issue with the Momentum Freeze, which are my relaxed listening headphones now, or have been for the past 2 years, over 2 years. And that issue persists on these, which makes sense because they are critical listening headphones, and sometimes you need that spike, and pretty much every headphone has something like that, either on 4 kHz or 4.5, or something in between, or 5. And they're still better than Biodynamics, which are just like 10 decibel treble boost. Oh, and quick follow-up, because I forgot to mention that. I used the headphones with the FIO BTA 3K. I used them with a cheap Amazon thingy, which also surprisingly works great. And I use them now with my desktop amplifier, which is the Theo K3, and it all worked great. And surprisingly enough, which I did not expect at all, the 560S are easier to power with a Walkman than with a phone. And that is weird. That's very weird. If you've seen my Walkman video, I used my Momentum Freeze with the Walkman. And I had it set on 7.1 as my listening volume. And I only need 6.1 with the 560s. That is weird. That's very weird. But if you wanted to know that, you can also use a Walkman with these headphones. No problem. They also sound great. Back to the video. I don't think there's anything more than I can say about these headphones. They're great. They are definitely deserving of their title and all of the awards that they've been getting. And making the top 10 list or the top 5 or maybe even getting the top spot on some headphone reviewer sites. These deserve it. Although I want to point out that I find it very, very weird that this is a 5 series headphone. Now the 5 series has never been reference quality. They always try to be kind of, but not quite. But these just top everything. They top most of the 6 series, maybe not the 650 or the 660S. But they easily top the 5 series and the 600. So I find it very weird that these are not 6 series headphones. Like if these were called the 610, I would have no issue with that. They improved on the 600s, and so yeah, sure. But 560S is a weird name for these. But other than that, I don't have an issue with them. They are very good listening, very good analytical headphones, and you could easily do both with them. You could relax and listen to music with the 560s, but you could also critically listen to music. It's just a mindset thing. If you don't want to get all the information in your head and get a headache after 2 hours, then just tell your brain to not pick up as much detail. But if you want to pick up the detail, you can do it, because these have lots. And I think that concludes my review. Yeah, I'm very happy with them. Very, very nice pair of headphones. I'm gonna link Amazon down below, and Thomann, and the Sennheiser website. And stay tuned for the next video. Or the one after next video. I don't know what I'm gonna upload next. But either the next or the one after that video is gonna be another Sennheiser review. Or unboxing, actually. So, yeah, stay tuned. Leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, share, I don't know. Thanks for watching. Bye.